Hi, welcome to the VUU Football Presser for Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. We have head coach Dr. Alvin Parker with us. And coach, what are your expectations for the team heading into 2025?
It's the same as it always been since I've been here, to make sure we do everything to put a quality product on the field and make sure we compete every day, whether it's practice, in the classroom, definitely on the field, that can lead to championships. So, again, the goal hasn't changed for us, since I've been here, so this is a new team, so that these guys are kind of getting to it a different way, but, we're excited about where we are right now.
Now, what are the biggest areas of improvement that you focused on during this preseason?
I think the biggest thing that we probably focused on was just making sure that, we kind of gel together as a team. We're having a few new guys. You want to make sure that you kind of, make sure the new guys and the old guys kind of mesh together pretty well, and those guys have been doing that. We finished up day 5 today, so you can kind of see it kind of coming together like we want to. I think I've been around this thing long enough to know what it's supposed to look like, and it's starting to look like that.
How do you think the 2025 squad compares to the 2024 squad in terms of talent and chemistry? Because you lost a big cog in Jada Byers.
You try to stay away from comparison. That's the first thing you do, and just kind of let this team kind of create their own identity. And I think they've been doing a good job of that. Those other teams kind of laid theirs out, and sometimes you really don't find the identity of the team till it's almost time to play. Those guys in the past years, 23 and 24, set an identity as champions because they won championships. And these guys are kind of doing the same. They're trying to kind of forge their own way and trying to make sure they do things the way they're supposed to do it to get to the goals that are pretty much going to be the same. But these guys are creating their own identity, and I'm letting them. I think as coaches, that's our job, to make sure we kind of coach them and put them in position. But at the end of the day, the way they come together is going to be their identity.
Now, what are the goals? You had a lot of goals last year that you exceeded with second CIAA championship in the top 10 final teams of the NCAA tournament. So what goals have you set for your staff and the team this year?
Like I said, the goals are the goals for us. They kind of lay it out, season in and season out. Of course, we want to take this thing as far as we can. We want to make sure we compete for championships. We want to make sure we keep, the highest GPA in the conference. We want to keep that here too. All of those things like that we we are capable of doing. We want to make sure we meet and exceed those. So again, it don't really change for us year in and year out. We want to compete for championships. We want to make sure that our guys are just moving in the right direction towards manhood. And we see that a whole lot. So the goals are pretty much going to remain the same. But we're just excited to be back here, to be on the field. Tuning this thing up, getting ready for the 2025 season.
Coach, you're ranked number 19 in the nation by the AFCA. How big is that to your program?
Anytime, you can kind of get ranked by, the AFCA, which is made up of football coaches, it's always an honor. So, that's something that we're happy about, that, people around the nation are recognizing our program. I think we finished last season, I think, at number 11 in the poll, So, again, that one was kind of earned. This one is kind of given, so to speak. So, we got to go out there, when we get to that schedule this year, that 10-game regular season schedule, and earn it, but I'm glad that people think of our program in a highly way, so we got to make sure we just live up to it.
Well, thank you, Coach. We're going to be talking again tomorrow on August 13th for the presser. Congratulations, Coach, on the ranking, and we'll be talking to you again.
Thanks.
We're talking now with offensive coordinator Quinn Brown. Coach, how would you describe your offensive philosophy?
Our offensive philosophy is to be very multiple in what we're doing, changing out our personnels, and give the defense a lot of different looks while still doing the same things from a blocking scheme or from a pass concept. Just being able to do a lot of different things to kind of package our stuff to where we're just running the same plays over and over.
So what kind of identity are you trying to build for the 2025 Panthers?
We've built an identity over the last several years, like Coach Parker has, where we're able to run the ball and we're going to establish the run. And from there, we'll be able to take some shots down the field and everything. But like the same thing, same principles that have got us here to where we are, that's still the same identity we want to keep here at Virginia Union.
All right, Coach. Thank you. We'll hope to be talking to you later on in the season.
Perfect.
Now we're talking with defensive coordinator at Virginia Union, Ed Pointer. Coach, how would you define the identity of your defense?
Our identity has been the same since I've been the coordinator. Our whole plan is to stop the run and make teams one-dimensional, keeping teams behind the sticks. What we mean by behind the sticks, we're talking only giving up 1 or 2 yards or no yards on first down so we can more or less dictate what we do next.
So what are the core principles that you instill in your unit every day at practice?
Basically, lining up correctly, communicating and executing our jobs. I always tell them, if everybody's on the same page, we can never be wrong. Most time when you got a bust in coverage or anything, it's guys not communicating. So we stress lining up properly and communicating, and just all 11 players doing their job to make it perfect for us.
Fantastic, Coach. Good luck in 2025, and we'll be seeing you later on in the season.
All right, thank you.